Right now, most of San Diego is under an excessive heat warning and heat advisory, and it's going to continue for the next few days. It's our top story here on the 4. I'm Jesse Pagan in for Heather Myers.
I'm Carlo Chiquetto. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal joins us live from La Mesa with more on that and ways to stay safe if you're out working in these brutal conditions. Kelly.
Yeah, and you definitely feel for anybody who has to be outside for long periods of time. Right now, the back of my legs feel like they're burning. So we're live in La Mesa, where temperatures reached into the 90s today. This is one of the cities that's under that heat advisory. I did talk to a battalion chief with the Heartland Fire Department who says heat like this can be dangerous, even for healthy people.
Shade is super important. Hydration, make sure that you're well rested, well fed. I think a lot of times in the mornings when we have the marine layer, people have a false sense of security. It's going to be a nice, cool day.
And that was Battalion Chief Dave Hardenberger, who says when that marine layer burns off, it sometimes catches people by surprise. Now, we saw people working construction in La Mesa in the middle of the afternoon when the sun was beating down. He says planning ahead is key. If you know you have to be outside, hydrate before you leave the house and then bring extra water with you. He says they have a saying at the fire station that if you're thirsty, you're too late, so you really do need to be drinking a lot of water. Take breaks in the shade or the air conditioning, wear lightweight clothing. The National Weather Service says high temperatures are expected to reach the triple digits this week in some parts of the county. Cities like Escondido, El Cajon, San Marcos, and Santee, they all fall under this excessive heat warning and will be dealing with these dangerous conditions until Friday evening. Chief Hardenberger says call volume hasn't necessarily increased, but he did describe the kinds of calls they're getting right now.
We're seeing people on the trails and the trail systems and on the mountains and things that are out hiking, and they overexert. They don't bring enough water. And they find themselves kind of in a bad spot. So we're seeing those standard calls that we see, and then for some reason we're still getting calls for animals locked in cars and kids locked in cars, and you know, for us that's an automatic broken window to get them out safely.
You know, and it's tough to think about anybody being inside a hot car during this heat. You know, he just says he can't stress enough. No one should be inside a hot car, not even for a minute. He says when it comes to your pets, a really good rule of thumb is, you know, you take your hand, you put it on the pavement, and if you can't hold it down for 10 seconds, then the pavement is just too hot for your pets. Carlo and Jesse.
Kelly, a lot of good ideas, a lot of good points being brought up throughout your entire report there. Did the battalion chief say anything else about other ways to make sure you're ready to deal with the weather?
Well, and he said being prepared, of course, is key, really planning ahead just in case of a power outage. He says have a stash of water on hand, have any medications you may need. He said just having a plan in place is just really important.
Yeah, if you're relying on your air conditioning to stay safe, you need to plan ahead just in case. Kelly Hessedal reporting for us live. Thanks, Kelly.